Jaune suddenly glowed a bright gold color. The wound on his neck closing, and he's now breathing. The people around were shocked when Jaune opened his eyes. Jaune aura finally reawakened. Jaune sat up and checked his neck. Blake and Velvet suddenly embraced Jaune. "Blake, don't you ever do that again." Jaune, "Wah, I didn't do anything. I'm the victim here." Velvet just slapped him and said, "Velvet, she meant don't scare us like that." Jaune, Okay, I'm sorry, I'll be more careful." Fira came closer. Jaune, "Fira, it wasn't your fault if things are this bad. It must be Cinder Falls and her team's doing." Blake, "The team from Haven?" Jaune, "Yes, they fixed the matches. They wanted chaos. You guys get to Beacon with your teams and stay safe. I'll organize the defense of Vale." Blake and Velvet nodded and turned to leave, but they came back and both kissed him on his cheeks, then left. Kix, "What happened to you, brother?" Jaune, "It seems like my aura finally works again." Kix, "Aura, sir?" Jaune, "I'll explain later, we have a city to save." They heard a loud roar and looked to the sky. A giant Grimm dragon was soaring through on its way to Beacon. John Pale's H just sent Blake and Velvet there. John composed himself and gave the order. "Jaune, Redeemer time to make your debut. Redeemer's Bridge." Admiral Killian, "Understood, sir." Commence descent. Bridge officer, "Yes, sir." Back at Vale. Jaune, "Rex, intensify your defense and keep the people safe." Rex, "Roger that, sir." Jaune suddenly received an urgent communication. "Fordo, this is Beacon Sector, we are being overrun." Jaune and Team Torrent rushes towards Beacon. Beacon Courtyard. "Fordo, Beacon Sector is in need of reinforcements, we are being overrun." "I repeat, we are." An Atlas Knight killed a clone trooper beside Fordo, then aimed for him, but Fordo, "Fall back! Fall back! Fall back!" Jaune swoops in and commanded. Jaune, "Hold your positions." Fordo, "Commander, you're alive." Jaune, "No time for celebrations, Captain. Reform the lines and hold of the White Fawn. I'll search for stranded teams." Fordo, "Right away." Jaune charges in the ruins of the cafeteria only to find Young. Jaune, "Young, where Blake?" Young, "Someone saw her going in here." Jaune and Young saw Adam stab Blake in the side. Before Young could react, Jaune leapt forward. Adam reacted fast enough to block the vibroblade. Jaune, "Stay away from her." Adam, "So this is the human you traded me for, huh, Blake? I will make you pay for your betrayal by killing him in front of you." Jaune jumped away from the slash and yelled to Young. Jaune, "Young, get Blake out of here." Young ran towards Blake while Adam tries to intercept. Adam, "Oh no, you don't, no one is leaving here alive." Jaune quickly draws his dual DC-17s. Jaune, "You're fighting me, coward." Adam, "Che, Young dragging Blake out of the cafeteria. Blake. John. John. Young. I'll get back up until then, be careful. John. I wouldn't hold my breath. Back to Vale. Suddenly an extremely large shadow was cast over Vale. As people looked up they saw the biggest ship they ever seen. Redeemer Bridge. Killian, deploy the fighters. Deck officer, yes sir. The Veniter's hangar door opens to release multiple squadrons of fighters that began wiping out Nevermore's left and right. Over at the distance a great army of Lots are approaching Vale. The entire detachment of the Republic Army is making landfall on Vale. The 501st has been reinforced by the 212th, 332nd, 104th, and shock troopers arrived. Cody, we saw the commander's death, we're here to avenge him. Rex, no need, he's alive and well. Thorn, how in the hell did that happen? Rex, he'll explain it later. For now make safe the city. Vaughn, where is the commander now? Rex, at Beacon with Fordo and the Munulus 10. Vaughn, I'll take my company and assist them. Rex, roger that. Thorn, all right. For the Republic. For our brothers. Back to Beacon. Cinder confidently walks out of the elevator into the vault, only to be welcomed by a shit ton of thermal detonators and explosives. Cinder, oh what the F asterisk asterisk asterisk. Boom. Ashbin at the courtyard felt the quake. Ashbin, It seems like Mr. Fett's plan worked. Alright, students board the ships and evacuate accordingly. Ironwood, what was that? Ashbin, Cinder Fall Literary just started this party with a bang. Ha! It's been a long time from the last pun question. Amy, I worse or better than Young? Glinda, what he means is that the enemy sprang Mr. Fett's trap and blew up the vault. Ironwood, he what? Glinda, we'll talk about this later. Lot suddenly arrived to help. Vaughn, we're here to reinforce you. Ashbin, thank you Vaughn, Captain Vaughn. Ashbin, alright Vaughn, we need some of you aircraft to evacuate the students. Vaughn, consider it done. Where is the commander? Glinda, we last saw him heading to Beacon's mess hall. Vaughn, understood. Back to John. Adam, you're too dangerous to be kept alive. John, I was about to say the same, but I know you have heard that said to you so many times, but let me say something new. John, to hell with your schemes, revenge and ambitions, but most of all screw you. John smashed into Adam's blade. His blade and hair glowed red. Adam, it's overhuman. Adam smacked John back and sent a moon slice his way. John, in a look of horror, accepted his fate, but out of instinct put his hand out. And the attack was crushed. Adam looked at the human in shock, while John looked at his hand and felt the same feeling whenever he was near Anakin. John's semblance finally awakened, and it was the Force.